Hey, stop. Check it out, my man. I'm the rhyme orator, MC Delite of the original hip hop band Stetsasonic, and you're now listening to the Spitfire Save the Matches podcast. And it's on fire, on fire, on
Honor to
fire.
have you on here, man.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. You know,
Man,
most
Everybody
welcome.
make some noise. I got DJ D boys. If you want under egg, you need to follow Fizzy.
yeah,
Who got
yeah, no
babies in
doubt.
the house? You know what I'm saying? And now
No
we got
doubt.
our special guest. You know what I'm saying? And MC Delite. You
You
want to
know, you
Let
fight?
know,
me start off by saying, um, back in the day, man, you had one of the biggest lines in hip hop to me with "Stop." Check it out, my man. I've never forgot that, man, to this day. And that's always been when I think of Stetsasonic, man, that line, man, has always stuck out to me, man.
nice, nice,
And
nice.
I actually got that brought to me by a young when I was in middle school from a young white kid, man. He
Oh,
rolled
yeah?
up to me and said that to me. And ever since then, man, every time I've seen
oh,
that video, his
he
memories.
actually repeated my line to you. Said, "Stop, check it out,
Yes,
my man."
yes, yes, man. And thank you for the birthday salute, man. I
oh,
appreciate that, man. That
no
was
doubt,
that
no
was that
doubt,
was major for me. That
no
made my
doubt,
day,
no
man.
doubt,
That made
no
my
doubt.
birthday.
Now, I
Uh,
just had a birthday on November 5th.
oh, okay.
Mm.
Happy
Oh,
belated
happy belated
birthday.
birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Birthdays in the
Yeah.
house.
Mm.
hmm
Yeah.
Still doing it. Still doing it, huh? Still
Yeah.
uh I see you guys got a new project you working on. What's that
Oh,
about?
yeah, that is, here we go again.
Okay.
We should be finished the project by, probably right around Christmas,
Oh.
and it will be set for probably be set for release sometime in January or early February, something like that. You
Oh.
know,
Okay.
so
Cool.
the name of the project is "Here We Go Again." Here
Oh.
we go again.
Mm.
Wow, that's big. That's big for hip hop, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
good to see our veterans, our classic hip hop artists come
Oh,
back, man, and keep the art form alive, man.
yeah, yeah. And we try to, because most people don't know. Um, that when I came up with the name of Stetsasonic, Stetser meaning style, sonic meaning sound. And one thing we never wanted to do, if you look at all our albums, if I was to pose a question to the panel here, I said, what box can you put us in? Do you
Mm,
put us in a hardcore? Do you put us in gangster? No,
mm,
we don't go in a box.
mhm.
Mm.
You go in a box, no, but we don't go in a box. you
Mm.
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? We are universal because we tried to give a little bit of everything around the board. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what it's about. So we go um, um, from hip hop, Latin, Africa, Afro beats on there. It's gonna be a well, rounded album. And then we got another project right behind that. I ain't
Oh,
gonna tell
Mm.
you about that.
So,
uh
But
oh,
just in case
Wow.
uh
Okay.
there's backlash, we gonna go at it. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? Because people recognize us for some, hardcore stuff. So the name of the
oh,
project is called I'll let y'all know. You're the first one to hear this.
uh
Uh,
oh.
Exclusive. Exclusive. We'll take it.
Stetsasonic, as hard as they want to be.
Oh
I
shoot,
like it. Yeah.
I
As
Yeah,
hard
like
as they
that.
want
I
to.
like
Yeah. I
that.
like it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
yeah.
I like that.
All right.
So we're going to
We.
have for the next about 3, 4 to 5 years, we're going to have a nice little run. We'll probably end up putting out about at least about six albums, 7 albums out, man.
Oh, that's big.
Wow.
During that time.
That's what's up.
That's big.
That's
Yeah,
good.
Mm.
That's good.
you know, because
Man,
Yeah.
the next release
How
will
many
be a
songs
mix
on
of,
this new album?
huh? Who? What?
How many
Say that
songs
again,
on this
Keisha.
new album?
How many?
yeah,
How many cuts?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going
Yeah.
to be anywhere between
That many?
anywhere between 13 and like 16 cuts.
Is it hard to
Okay.
choose which songs you gonna use on an album,
Oh,
or
that's what's up.
Huh?
do you just pick anything that you really vibe with, or do you like use an audience to try to figure out what songs you're gonna actually put with the album?
No. The general concept of the album is pretty much universal. You know what I'm saying? Because we got Wise, he raps a lot on this album. So we
Okay.
do some, hip hop Latino stuff. We got some, like I said, we have some Afro beats. You know what I'm saying? We have some hip hop jazz on it. You know what I'm saying? So we go at across the board, conceptualize to sort of like bring for those that has never heard of Stetsasonic to understand that Stetsa style is sonic is sound. So we'll cover all bases and stuff like that. You know
I
what I'm
see.
saying? The
Right.
next album will be pretty much a just like a mixtape, and we'll be giving a lot of stuff to our hard, like a lot of hardcore stuff. You know what I'm saying? That boom bap type of thing. So.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the album I'm gonna be looking for. That boom bag.
Bring that old boom back, man. Bring it
Yeah,
back. It's needed.
yeah. Now this is our announcement, because we're still growing as a group. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? We physically we're done, but mentally we can still grow. Because
Mhm.
that's what it's about in life. You know what I'm saying? You rediscover what you can do, what you can't do, what resonate, what doesn't resonate, and so forth and so on. But overall, um, the album's going to be it's going to be hype. It's going to be hype, just as hype as our first single. you
Nah,
know,
that first single
Yeah.
is fire. It's
right.
unbelievable. It was like a breath of fresh air
Yeah,
to hear
yeah.
you guys come back together
Oh yeah,
and do a record, man. I was like,
yeah.
oh, really? It's that feeling of hip hop again. That feeling. I don't know if some of the younger audience would know that feeling.
Right.
When an album would drop or a artist would drop back in the day, it
Mhm.
was an excitement in you. It was like, yo, it's
Mhm.
hard to describe, man. And it's like
And
Christmas for us.
they had a bunch of internet with hints all over, and
Oh
look out
yeah.
for my album. Or, hey, look out for my album tonight. You just went to the store and found out,
Yeah,
like, dang man,
yeah.
the
You
Oh
other
stood
yeah.
in that
album.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they say these days they say 11,000 albums drop a week. That's what I heard. They said in
Really,
11
Oh
eleven
wow.
thousand albums drop a week. So
really.
that's
You
what I
think
heard. That's
so?
what they said as far as like industry people say or whatever. I'm just talking about just on the internet.
Are you
Period. So
talking
a
about
lot of different.
Are you talking about across the board
Yeah,
doing
like
every music gender?
exactly.
Yeah, I
Independent,
got
rock, R&B, all that type of stuff.
you.
They said
Okay,
11,000 albums drop a week.
okay.
So I mean,
Eleven
yeah.
thousand a week. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of music,
That's
man.
a
Yeah.
lot
How
of
long y'all guys been
music.
together?
Would you say, Kay?
How long y'all guys been together as a group?
Oh man, we've been together. Well, me and Daddy, we go way back, even before hip hop.
Yeah.
I've been knowing Daddy since he was like 14 or 15 years old. You
Wow.
Mm,
know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
We were um, um, born out of the 5% nation.
Mm.
The
peace to
nation
the
of the
God.
thousand acres. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. People don't know that, because I
Hmm.
haven't dropped that knowledge ever on a record
Hmm.
and stuff like that. But back in the day, I was known as Justice Allah,
Mm,
back in them days.
yeah.
But that
Justice of
was
Law. I
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Ah,
So but that's going back to my early years in like '73.
Okay.
Mm, yeah.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
73.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Hey, I
Wow.
wanted to ask you about some stuff I saw on YouTube where you were talking about the significance of groups in hip hop and how we don't have groups anymore in hip hop. Now, I think we don't have groups anymore in hip hop because cats got greedy. People was like, why have a group when I can make all the money? But I like what you were saying, how there's something about, especially when people of color, black people come together as a group and do this thing. So why do you
Right.
think we don't have groups anymore in hip hop? Do you agree with me? Is it the money or is it something else?
That's part of it. That
Mm,
is part of the what I call the symptoms. Now, what is the
mm,
cause of it? That's the whole thing. Is
mm,
understanding what is the cause of that, and as we go along within this culture in this society, you're being sold to become an individual, but
mm.
an individual in regards to not being a part of a village, just an individual. Like every
Yeah.
man is his own island, or every woman is their own island, and that's
Mhm.
not where we come from as a people.
I
And
agree.
we come
Yeah.
from a village. You know what I'm saying? Whereas we learn how to live for and by one another. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So now you into the spirit of being competitive, you know what I'm saying, instead of
Mhm.
cooperative. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And when
Yeah.
you are always competitive, you will tend to turn against or turn your back on your own brother, on your own
Yeah.
sister.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
See the
Yeah.
downside with being competitive.
And
That's true.
we have to really look at what's happening to us as a group of people, as a race of people in that way and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
um, um, it's like an engine. An engine is made of many parts, and like
True indeed. Yeah.
all your guys, even though y'all are individuals, because yes, we are all individuals, but we all are individuals for a purpose and a cause. You know what I'm saying? Just to get
Yeah.
Yeah.
scientific, you take in air, but in order to get the oxygen in your body. After you get the oxygen in your body, then it comes out as what? Carbon dioxide. The carbon
Mhm.
dioxide, what sucks up the carbon dioxide? Well, your plant life. So everything is interconnected. Much like how if you had a engine on a car, it is made of many different parts, individual parts, and each
Mhm.
individual part is created in its own to its own potential. So that's what and together, the parts together is what makes the
Mhm.
car run. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? The
Oh,
parts
yeah.
together in a band, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
formulates the community and let people know that hey, we can unify on a certain type of level. Point
Yeah.
blank.
Can
Yeah.
I ask you? First of all, kudos for this song because way back in the day
We
when
back.
We back.
I know you're gonna create more history with this album, new album, these next two albums, but back in the day when AF Africa dropped, you brought awareness to us because, well, to me and probably all of us
Right.
about Africa.
Yeah.
We didn't even know what was going on. We didn't even know about Africa pretty much. We just knew it was over there, but we didn't know about all the places and the way you guys came up with spellings and everything and apartheid and everything that was going on, man. What
Right.
what made you guys decide to go that way and do that song?
Um just our awareness of what's happening over there, what was going on in South Africa,
Mm,
apartheid that was happening and
mm,
stuff like that, and we just wanted to do our part. You know
mm,
what I'm saying? The same thing when it comes down to here. Everybody's supposed to do their part. You know what I'm saying? In order for us to make a better situation for everybody, really across the board. You know what I'm saying? But especially us, because we understand that this country was built on our backs. You know what I'm saying?
mhm, mhm,
To tell it like it is. So it becomes important that if we want to heal the planet and really get into um, uh, again learning how to appreciate one another, that starts becoming important. You know what I'm saying? But with individualism, what you get is you get what is called the growth of the ego. You know what I'm saying? That's why I guess Kanye West made
Yay,
that
whatever his
song
name
called
is.
Ego. We got that song called Ego.
Yeah.
When you check out the lyrics in that song, you know what I'm saying? You
That's
see
man's biggest
exactly
weakness.
where people are going. You know what I'm saying? To bring about discipline and a clear understanding about how to harness the ego, you know what I'm saying, and become more of a people person, you know what I'm saying. Whereas you are looking out for one another. That's what it's all about. That's what I always been about. You know, I'm about healing the planet. You know what I'm saying. You know, you can call me corny or whatever the case may be, but that's what I'm about. I'm about us really getting our state of minds together. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of stuff that's happening in this day and time. You know.
Man.
Right.
I hear that.
Yeah.
And
The
you guys
ego.
performed that song in at Wembley Stadium?
Oh yeah, man. Whoa, man.
Wow.
What?
How
Now
was that?
I get ultra hyped. Like
Mm.
like the first time I performed at MSG, Madison Square Garden.
Mm.
I tell you something. I almost fell off the stage. That's how hyped I was. I was so hyped that I actually almost tripped on the cord and was heading down to the bottom. But I caught myself lovely. Now that's due to my ball skills. You know, when I used to play a lot of basketball, a lot of sports when I was younger. So
Okay.
Mm.
Will, will it be another Jennifer record? Another Jennifer or Sally part two, Jennifer two, probably, or a
yeah.
new somebody new this time.
Yeah.
Mm.
We got a couple of because we expand out. You know what I'm saying? So we have a couple of records that you know that deals with the concept of of love, betrayal.
Mm.
We got all that in there. All that is on the album. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying? So when
Mm.
you hear it, you know what I'm saying. You know exactly where it's coming from and where it's going and stuff like that. You know, we just trying to take everything and don't make sure that we don't put ourselves in a just a bottle. You know what I'm saying? We want to be known across the board that we can come across any kind of way. You know.
Yeah. Tell me about the influence of jazz, because talking all that
Oh,
jazz and all that.
oh,
Hey, tell me about now. You know what? There was Gangstar back in the day. He had was it Jazz Masters or what I'm
yeah,
saying, Jazz in the past, where he had put
jazz.
jazz on display. But then y'all was another group back in the day who had did that. I think before him.
Yeah,
For the shine the
It,
spotlight on the
yeah,
jazz influence on
it,
hip hop. So talk to me more about that.
it was always my uh um it was always an idea that I put towards the group, especially my partner Daddy Yo. I said I
Mm.
wanted to do a hip hop jazz album. You know what I'm saying? We never got a chance to do it on Tommy Boy.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother different topic altogether because
Yeah.
we were trying to get out of Tommy Boy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? At that time. Um, but um, it was always my idea, even though Q-Tip and they all came after and they did it, they
Yep.
really
Yep.
did it up. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? But it was always my goal to do a hip hop jazz album, and we're gonna do one. One of them. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna do it.
Do
Yeah,
you
Love
that's
it.
use
the
a real
real
Okay.
stuff.
Hip
You
hop
know.
jazz.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you
yeah.
dealing with the jazz beats and the hip hop beats?
Yeah,
Are you using a real band?
We're gonna come funky and jazzy, definitely. You know what I'm
Are
saying? So
are you using a real band or are you playing the instrument yourself?
you know, back in the day they took the instruments from us. If you don't know the history of hip hop, when they in the school system when they started taking the instruments and you wasn't able to play in the classroom, you know
Mm.
what I'm saying? They kind of retarded us. at that particular time. So I never, you know, learned how to really play an instrument. Did I want to learn? Yeah, I did, but I never pursued it and stuff like that. But one thing about me personally is that I have a very great ear. You know what I'm saying? I have a very good ear. You know what I'm saying? And and so uh, when it comes down to I got like plenty of concepts of jazz concepts and stuff like that. Because
Mhm.
I'm in love with guys like Joe Sample, um, 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 Wes Montgomery, Herbie Hancock. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? And Bob James. I can go on and start naming that
Yeah.
side of
Mhm.
of of listening to music that I love.
Mhm.
Listen, I love listening to jazz. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mhm.
so uh, I keep a nice catalog of directions that I'm going to go, and I do have players that play. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So
Yeah.
Let me ask you, man. You
yeah,
guys were considered one of the first hip hop bands. Uh, would I'm not really sure because I don't know. I know some of the history, but I know Curtis Blow had, was it called the Orange Crush? He had a band or something back then.
yeah, but that the
But
Orange
that
Crush,
was before or after
that
you
was
got
that was a studio band.
the studio. Oh, okay. He didn't
Yeah,
actually have his. Oh, they didn't actually tour with him or nothing.
no,
It was always
Mhm.
just in the
that
studio.
was a studio band.
Okay, so
Orange
you
Crush.
guys
Wow.
were the original live on stage hip hop band
Exactly,
before
exactly.
the Roots
I was
and
gonna
Yeah,
say that before the roots.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
No doubt,
yeah,
no doubt.
Mhm.
He
man,
Yep.
said since the 70s.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Mhm.
since you guys and the Roots, I don't think there's been anybody since then. There really
Well,
hasn't. I don't think.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. Hey, um, there are other groups like PE, even LL. A lot of those groups um, um, have instituted a band.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Which we knew back then uh,
Mm-hmm.
um, that even though you talk about two turntables,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't gonna get rid of the band. Though.
No.
The
Yeah.
band was going to be still there. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And that's what we reflect because we grew up on Sly and the Family Stone, Ohio players, you know what I'm saying, Earth,
Yeah.
Wind and Fire, and so
Mm.
forth and so on.
Mhm.
You gotta know um um in order to sort of like create your future, right? You gotta know a little bit about you. You gotta know your past.
Amen. Oh
Because the
yeah.
past, the past is what creates you now.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Past is what makes you right now.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't know English. You wouldn't know how to walk. You wouldn't know how to talk. You know what I'm saying? All those are building blocks to what makes you now, that person now. And all that is from where? The past.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can't get away from
Yeah.
it. It's
Oh
I
from the
yeah.
seen
past.
I seen a lot of people go and say that if you guys did a versus, who you would go against. My opinion and who I would love to see you guys go would be the Jungle Brothers. I think
Oh,
that would be
Whoa.
so dope. Right. That would be
Well, you
so dope.
ran out to my fellow. He got
That
hey,
would
hold
be
up.
so dope, bro.
Wow, D
Both
boys, you were
y'all,
the Jungle Brothers. I
the
love it.
Jungle Brother. That would be
I would
the
so
watch
Jungle
dope.
that.
Brothers.
I would watch it.
Let's put that in the out there. So
Put
every
that
let's
in
get
the
it
ether.
started. Let's get that out there in the
Put it in the
universe.
zeitgeist.
Younger
Let's get
brothers,
it out
the
there.
Stetsasonic, man. That would be so. That would be so big for hip hop right now,
I,
man.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I, they made verses into a battle thing.
Yeah,
I'm with
Yeah,
LL. It's supposed to be like a celebration.
yeah,
Like
I agree. Yeah.
I I
yeah.
I, I looked at, I haven't looked at it yet, but I heard about it between Chaka Khan and Stephanie Mills. I don't know.
Same here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you may like one group more than the other. You know what I'm saying? And hey, what can I say? You know what I'm saying? You can pick your favorites. You know, it's like ice cream. You know what I'm saying? But bottom line is that as long as you show appreciation and there's appreciation for all the groups, you know what I'm saying? Like between the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire, I enjoyed looking at that very much. I was in the building when it came down to Kane and Chaos One. That was crazy.
Right.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
That was crazy, man. That was crazy. You know?
Man.
You know.
Wow.
KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane did the verses.
Uh-oh.
What?
What?
You didn't know about that? You like,
Hey,
you didn't
you
know
just
about
got hey, you just got to the planet.
Hold on, that happened. I missed
Did
it.
you just get to the planet?
Yeah, I can understand what y'all mean when y'all say it ain't a competition and stuff. That's what people make it into. Everybody always want to pick sides and say who better.
No.
Yeah,
That's what our whole
I
culture.
think, yeah, but you know the thing about it, I think hip hop really won with that, with the verses. You know, even with Dipset versus
Who was it?
The locks.
The
Yeah,
locks.
the locks. Yeah, the locks.
you know, we hip hop really won. You know what I'm saying? Because you begin to lose where we at. You know what I'm saying? Because people are, you know, they look at hip hop and they say, "Oh, it's just for the kids or it's just for the young," and that's not true. You know, I'm still a hip hop head. You know what I'm saying? And and sometimes the young guys don't make music for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the car and I'll be listening to a lot what they say, and some of it is gang related. Serious, it be gang related. You know, because I had to go get a kid that I know. I said, "Hey man, could you translate this for me?" I'll say, blah, blah, blah. He's talking about, you know, the Bloods. He's talking about the Crips. I'm like, I'll be goddamn.
Is there any new artists that you do like?
You know, I'll be goddamn, man. You know, so young guys that are looking at moving forward because a lot of guys are getting shot. I don't know why they're getting shot like that.
They involved in gangs. They talk about it in music.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and that may be it. You know what I'm saying, and the reason why you had hip hop was that to bring the gangs out, and now we go right back in.
Yeah.
Go right back to sleep.
Yeah, somebody had
going
said
to
that.
sleep, man.
Yeah, somebody had said that, like an old school rapper. I can't remember who had said that, but they had said there was a time in the game where if you had like a criminal record, a record company wouldn't sign you. But then it got to a point to where they wanted you to have a criminal record or something going on criminally, and then they would sign you. So that's how the game got. It might have been with 50 Cent and all that stuff. I'm not sure, but the game did kind of change. You know.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit before his time. Yeah, they had a lot of gangster rap before 50 and stuff, man.
You know, because although NWA, even though they were doing the gangster rap, you know, but they were doing it to expose what was happening in the hood.
Exactly.
And then it became, I think over time, it became just totally something else now. Everybody has evolved into what it is now. You know,
everybody like bad boys. Everybody like people that's rebels against society, and
That's true.
They like people that indulge and say ego, talk about their
Yeah,
jewelry, their money.
it's like I was in a clubhouse the other day, and I was in a music one, and the question that I posed, I said, do I have to kick criminal lines in order for me to be recognized that I'm hardcore? You know
Not
what I'm saying?
nowadays. Not
Yeah,
nowadays.
yeah.
I don't think so. I believe maybe
Dude,
back then, but with internet and everything, I feel
no.
like I feel like artists that talk about different things can get out there and can
Right,
get their own fans, and be just as popular as the next artist. I
right,
mean, yeah, you do got artists that we obviously know, like the Baby and Young Dolph, who just got shot.
right,
You know what I'm saying? We
Mhm.
got all them artists that talk about that stuff and people love them and stuff because that's what's popular right now. But to me, it's all about how you get your music out there, how you brand yourself. But there's a lot of people that like positive music too, or
right,
just music about other stuff. You know what I mean?
right.
People
No
like
doubt.
y'all said, people love that Jay-Z album, and I wasn't talking about that
Yeah, you
last
talking
one.
about fo fo fo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see
Yeah,
that.
that
I
was yeah.
but I understand love because I like Nas's album, Life is Good. That wasn't a gangsta album at all. That was just
Right,
him
Mhm.
talking some deep stuff from the heart. I was like, this is hip hop. Telling
right,
his
Yeah.
real stories, how he felt and stuff. You know what I mean? I was like, dang, this is real good. So
right.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's out there. Man, Lloyd Banks, man, he
Yeah.
dropped a nice album, or a rapper that been in the game, and that album he just talking about life too. Like, man, this stuff deep, man.
Right.
It's hip hop. Like, they got more to talk. It's so much you could talk about on the track, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Global hip
Yeah.
hop all the
No doubt.
time. I agree with y'all,
Yeah.
but I feel like they could get out there. It's just people gotta support them, man. That's it,
Yeah,
man.
that's the bottom line. Just gotta
That's
support it.
it. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
internet, you can get that, man. You don't have to look for support just in your city no more. You can get it from anywhere. So,
Right.
man,
Yeah.
what made you bring the group back together and start making music again, man? After taking a break for so long.
Well, actually, we never really left one another. We've
Mm.
always been in contact with one another.
Okay.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It was just that. Um,
Was it COVID?
no, it wasn't even COVID.
A
Because
lot of artists.
we have been talking for like 3 or 4 years of doing coming back and doing the album. Because number one, we felt that us as Stetsasonic and our peers should be putting out more music.
Mm.
That's why I appreciate a guy like Cool G Rap.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
he been dropping all
Oh
all a
yeah.
while. You know what I'm saying? But it becomes important that we do put out the music. You know what I'm saying? Uh, in order to keep that spirit alive of where it actually come from and what and and what we can do. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, man, there's a bunch of guys that's what 40, 50 years old, even 60. Because I'm 60. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That loves hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
So to to give that music out, you know what I'm saying, uh, towards every audience that is there, it starts becoming kind of important, and lets people know, hey, the music is here to stay because you got to remember they thought that this music gender of hip hop and rap music was a fad.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
to the
Yeah.
point whereas
It
our
was gonna
first
go. It
album,
was gonna
people
go
don't
away.
know that On Fire album,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
eight
Yeah.
thousand eight thousand dollars was our budget.
Really?
Wow. 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 8,000.
Wow.
That's deep.
That's a
Yeah.
call.
Because during that time, you can count on your finger how many groups um, actually got a serious album deal,
Mm.
Yeah.
with the proper budget and so forth and so on. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? Because they was not looking for it to last like that. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? It wasn't looking for us to do what we doing. I seen it a
Mm-hmm.
long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and many of us seen it long time ago. Your Chaos Ones and your Rakims and so forth and so on. We seen the music growing and expanding and becoming what it is today. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So,
I
Mm.
like groups too. One of my favorite groups is Wu Tang.
oh
One of
yeah,
my favorite new groups,
Uh,
Wu-Tang for
which is
sure.
one of the only few groups that's out there, is the
right,
Migos. I think the Migos love music. You know,
right,
cats don't
mm,
like the Migos or like that. I think they
mm,
love hip hop and they love music,
right.
especially Quavo. Quavo be producing hella beats and
Mm,
making hella hooks. He be trying to sing on them too. With that
right.
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
neither here or there. Now, is there any new artists that you like or any new groups that you can appreciate that still keep hip hop alive?
Oh well, I love the standards, such as J. Cole
Mm.
and um,
How about Big Sean?
Kendrick Lamar,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely Kendrick.
um,
Oh yeah,
mm.
Rowdy Rich.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
you
young
know,
Stick in
cat.
the box.
yeah, yeah. You know,
Yeah.
and I can
Mm,
appreciate Drake because he
Yeah.
does put out a lot of nice,
Tracks. Yeah,
nice
you might
music.
yeah.
not like everything on his album, but he always gives something.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
always something there for you. Like, oh
yeah,
yeah, this track I'll take. But yeah,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
Right,
praise that album, Drake.
no doubt. Yeah, and I like the Migos too. So I appreciate those guys. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mm,
and what they doing and how they go about. You know, uh, because every generation has their time to really express themselves. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? And
Mm.
you know, 10 years from now, you know what I'm saying? There'll be another generation of hip hoppers that probably come up with something, a little bit different. You know, and
mm.
that just adds to what hip hop is all about. You know.
On this album, is it all Stetsasonic, or you got any feature guest appearances? Anybody special coming in, like a guest?
Collab.
Yeah.
Labs. I yeah, but I'll keep that on the low right now.
Exactly. I'm gonna hold that in the
Surprise.
back.
Oh
Um,
man.
but like I know on the mixtape we're gonna definitely get some heads in there. You know,
Okay.
you know.
Okay. I also remember Self Destruction.
Oh,
Same situation. You guys, one of the
hmm
best verses
sure.
in on that album too.
oh,
Uh, I I know Daddy O has spoke of Self Destruction too,
right.
and I can't wait till
Wow.
that happens.
Yeah,
Can't wait
yeah,
till that happens. I hope
Is
it
that
happens.
really in the works? Is that in the works in
yeah,
real life?
yeah. That is really in the works. The only thing that had slowed it down was the COVID.
Ah,
Holy, oh, yeah, I'm blown away. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. Wow. I can't wait for that.
was the COVID. You
yeah.
know.
It's,
And
Mm.
it's
now that COVID's settling down, y'all ready to get back out there and start performing, man?
Oh
Mm.
yeah. What?
Can't wait.
Y'all getting vaccinations or the fake papers.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Um. Yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Mm.
I'm
yeah.
ready. I really enjoy performing. Um. Um. And when I was younger, I was an introverted kid. You would never believe that I was an introvert when I was
Mm.
younger. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
for me to grow from that point to where I'm at now, and I'm still on the shy side. You know what I'm saying? But when I come to a platform like this,
Mm.
I know how to conduct myself now.
Yeah.
You know,
First jump in it, man. When you
huh?
when did you first jump into hip hop? And what was it like getting out there on the stage for the first time? As a kid.
Um, Well, we started from a mobile DJ group called Mass Communications out in Brooklyn. Me, Daddy O, Crown Supreme, and we had a DJ called Michael Bouchon. Um, may he rest in peace. Um, and and with that, we was all over many different parts of Brooklyn and other boroughs just doing jams. You know what I'm saying? And emceeing them jams. You know what I'm saying? There were times whereas before Fat Boys became famous, you know what I'm saying? They used to come and rap, you know, at one of our jams. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh wow, wow,
yeah,
dang.
man. So and um, we used to get into a lot of contests, uh, finishing second. I don't know what it was. We was always finishing second. Never finished first until we Mr. Magic. You remember Mr. Magic?
Yep. I remember Mr.
Yeah,
Matt.
Okay.
yeah.
Mr. Magic had this contest on he was like the first DJ that went from a small station to a major station at that time, WBLS.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he had his hour or 2 hours, whatever it was that he was doing, and he was doing this contest out in Coney Island. And man, we knocked off about 100 groups doing that
Damn. So what did it feel like, man, knowing you was the best out of hundreds of people?
Oh man, what? You got to ask Fly Tie. He'll tell you. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say Fly Tie, right?
Oh yeah, head of
It was that
Coachella.
many,
Coach
Yeah,
Chillers.
that
yeah,
many
yeah, yeah. Coach,
not
yeah.
like that back
They-
then.
you know, they'll never mention it, but we was part of the Juice Crew before Kane and all of them.
Oh, true.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The original
Yeah.
crew.
Yeah, we was going around doing all the clubs after we won the contest. We had received a record deal from Sugar Hill, but we trashed that deal. We didn't want to record with them. So
Good thing. Yeah, good thing.
and so Magic had us performing, you know, at some of the high end clubs. You know what I'm saying? Along with MC Sham, Roxanne Shante, and there was a dance troupe.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So that was the Juice Crew at that particular time. Before that, because before it became branded with Big Daddy Kane and Cool G Rap, you know, Biz
Mm.
Yeah.
and Roxanne and MC Shan was still part of that whole crew. So
I can't believe you competing in
Yeah.
New York. I heard New York was super competitive back in the day.
Hey, the money back then when y'all got started is different than the money now, ain't it?
hey, like the NBA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Like the
yeah.
NBA, like the NFL, like anything that's happening here in the society or back then, you know, at that particular time. It was uh,
Yeah.
things being created and things growing into what it is right now and stuff like that. So they benefit. The young people, they should be thankful that
Mhm.
we did what we did. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Otherwise, you don't make that money.
Mm. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
That
get
they
like
did.
shoe endorsements and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And you remember the first sneaker endorsement, my Adidas.
Run DMC.
Yeah,
Yep,
you
Yes,
understand what
yep.
I'm
sir.
saying? So the
Mhm.
fact that it evolved and grew into what it is right now, you know what I'm saying? Is a thing to whereas you gotta for the younger generation and those that may be listening to this right now. That's all because of the generations in the past. You know what I'm saying? So then now is the result of the past or what was done in the past, and
Right.
that's why it's important that we that you carry, like I carry, the history of not only your bands like Earth, Wind, and Fire, you know, and so forth and so on, and your groups like the Temptations, the Supremes, the Persuaders, and so forth and so on. But it's also important that I also carry Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, the Crash
Yeah.
Crew, and Sha Rock and them, Funky 4+1, you know what I'm saying? Treacherous 3, you know what I'm saying? And it goes on and on and on and on, you know what I'm saying? We carry that history with us. Grandmaster Cass, Cold Crush, that history, we got to carry it with us, because when it comes down to documentation, right, and talking about our music, that's how it has to be passed down. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that history, or our story starts becoming real important and essential as we move forward.
Man, my question, man, is everybody in groups back then at some point did solo projects. Why didn't you ever, or did you ever do a solo project of your
You
own?
know, people have been beating me in the head to do a solo project. They've been beating me in the head. I'm like, I may do a single
Mm,
on this album,
okay.
just to show people that I can really do this on the
Yeah,
solo tip.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I like to see that, man. I think you should. I think
Yeah,
that would be so dope, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming on the show, man, and I definitely want to give you your flowers for being.
I don't want no flowers. Give me a
Oh man,
plant.
take
Give
it.
me a plant.
He said, "Give me a
Oh, you want
plant.
the
Something's
plant? Oh,
Yeah,
growing.
yeah.
Something to
yeah.
get us
I can make
growing and
I
living."
can, but
I
with
heard
the
that.
plant,
Yeah.
I can make a bed of flowers.
There you go.
Exactly.
There
Exactly.
you
True
go.
indeed. Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give
I
him
don't
that
need you to
plant.
give me no flowers. Give me a plant, man.
Give me a plant.
Don't give me no flowers.
He said, yeah, that cannabis plant.
Exactly. Something is growing and
I'm,
living. Yeah.
I
I'm
always
growing
be
up.
trying to change up shit, right?
There you go.
No, but I do appreciate it, no doubt. I'll take the flowers, man.
Man, just in general, man, please keep doing it, man. And
No
please,
doubt.
Yes, sir.
you
Yeah.
guys are going to continue to inspire so many other artists and rappers. And you may even inspire the next new generation because you inspired me growing up. And like I got memories off of Stetsasonic songs to this day, man. And I'm like, damn, I remember where I was when I first heard this record. And I hope that's what happens with this next album. I know it will. You'll make history and make
Oh yeah,
memories for a lot
that's
of
what
others.
it's all about. Making history and stuff like that. Um, um, the story has to continue, because trust me, trust me. Had we, because I had a whole bunch of ideas back in the day, and now I still have those ideas. That's why I told you what I told you. As far as what's going to happen between now and the next 5 to 6 years, but we probably would have still been recording all those years. You know what I'm saying? But the game had, I don't know how did they manage to you know what y'all need to do? Y'all need to go, Coolio?
Yeah.
No, Coolio.
Coolio.
Gangsta's
Yeah.
Paradise.
Check out Coolio, what he talked about in regards to his career and what happened. It's on YouTube. Just look it all up and then check it out. You know what I'm saying? And that's the main reason why you didn't see us any longer at that particular time. And some of it was also dealing with ego and stuff like that. Yeah. And like ego, I'm a just to let the audience know and your guys know, ego is the most dangerous aspect about being an individual, because when you have a high ego is the most divisive force, that will keep people from coming together and building. because the ego will definitely go or keep you or go the other way. You know what I'm saying? As far as your frequency, your vibration, where you get your thoughts from, your perceptions, and so forth and so on. You know what I'm saying? And it does keep people apart, the ego, because you have to. Because when you're talking about team, right? You're talking about it, your best teams, whether it's NBA, NFL, whatever the case may be. You know, they always try to build what is called a culture. You know what I'm saying? Team chemistry and team culture starts becoming real and real important to a team if they're gonna talk about competing or going up for the chip. You know what I'm saying? Team and team means being selfless to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? There's a time where you have to be selfish, but for your team. You know what I'm saying? Because you're now built up your potential of who you are as a player, like Kobe Bryant. Sometimes Kobe Bryant has to, let me go. Let me give you this 81, this 61, this 40 today. You know what I'm saying? But what it does is it inspires the team and it helps out it's just an aspect of the team and the culture that you build. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be, sort of like selfless in order to move forward. It may sound corny or not, whatever the case may be, but that is the vital force that is happening with us as a people.
That's real.
So
that's real right there. I always preach that. That ego is everything that destroys us.
Exactly.
That ego all day.
Right. So with that, you know what I'm saying? Comes the respect. You know what I'm saying? Because once you're talking about a person that is, because you'll respect a guy who may if you don't have, he said, "Oh, don't worry about it, bro. I got you." Bang. You know what I'm. That's respect. That's the first thing you say. Oh, respect, man. That's respect. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? So,
All right.
being a team player is real important, which is why I always wanted to keep Stetsasonic together and perform it as a band, as a group. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons why I never did any solo stuff. I didn't do no solo stuff because I didn't want to put myself out there like that. You know what I'm saying? But I may do something. You know what I'm saying? There's a secret project that I'm not going to talk about yet, but when it's time, I will talk about it. I will email y'all and I will talk about something else that I got on the horizon.
Okay.
Please do, because I'm inspired to hear about that. I really want to know what that is. Now you got me wondering, like, man, got me like,
Yeah,
wait, oh, man.
I need y'all to be on the edge of your seat, man.
Yeah.
Need y'all to be on the edge of your seat.
You got any social media out there where people can find you on IG or Facebook or anything that people can check you out?
Well, oh wow. I'm on Facebook. You can find
Okay.
me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. I think it's Delite Man 9 or something like that. I forgot what it is. So all you do is pull up Marvin Wright. And if you pull up my government name, Marvin Wright. Yeah, Marvin Wright. Marvin, right? You pull that up, you'll probably find some stuff. I'm going to do more of it. If you notice, I'm still rhyming. Um, even though some of my teeth is gone, the reason why some of my teeth is gone is that I am diabetic. And what happened is that instead of affecting my limbs, it affected my mouth.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
but otherwise, but when I went to the doctor, he said, "Well, you can get some more." So I said, "All right, I need some more." You know what I'm saying? Because there's some aspects of rap that I have not exposed the world to that I'm capable of doing.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Those are hey, there's stuff right there that should be spoke upon in hip hop. Grown folks things that happen to us in our life, real life things that happen in our life that could be rapped about.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
Yeah.
no doubt,
young
no
people
doubt.
rap about their experiences,
Right,
and so why
right,
can't we have our own experiences?
exactly.
Uh,
I agree with you 100%.
relationships, my back hurts,
Right.
long day at
Nobody
work,
want to
you
hear
know.
about your Lord.
You'll get
That would
robbed
be a
out your
hell of
Nobody
back.
want to hear that you got to
I'm
schedule
blessed.
your MRI.
that'd be a hell of a song.
Boy,
I'm
I
Rapping
I'm
gotta
about
schedule
I'm,
that
I'm blessed
MRI.
physically to not
Boy,
have no aches and pains, but
yeah,
I'm not limping or nothing like that, So
yeah,
Right.
I'm blessed in that way,
yeah.
So
I think that would
Oh,
be a hot record, man. You rapping about a hard day at work.
yeah,
That would be a hit.
well,
Everybody can relate. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
relatable.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's relatable for sure.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
And you rap about when you got off work, you went and you partied, because
Yeah, no
it's
doubt,
Friday.
no
Because
doubt.
one of the biggest records is Just Got Paid
Yeah,
to this day.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah. So,
yeah.
well, man, thank you for coming on, man.
Hey, thank you for
Again,
having me.
man, it's,
It's I consider it an honor, and
yeah,
I really appreciate your guys. You
yeah,
know, I haven't changed the way I am. I mean, I've grown, in wisdom and intelligence, but
mhm,
basically, as far as you know, being down to earth and
mhm.
easy to relate to, easy to talk to, that has not changed with me. I'm still a people type of person.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
um,
yeah. Well, hopefully we can get you back when the Stetsasonic project or the next single drops or the
oh yeah,
mixtape drops.
oh yeah,
That would be so dope.
I mean, shout outs to Jenny from the block.
Yes. Yeah.
I
Salute,
He said
salute,
Jenny
Jenny
from the
from the
block.
block.
couldn't remember, but she sent me a picture of her. I said, "Wow, you cute girl."
Oh.
but
Oh boy, you gonna hear it now, ain't you?
Yeah.
oh man,
Oh
but
man.
so shout outs to her, and I really appreciate her and the work that she's putting in. You know, it's cool, real cool.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
All righty, man. Best of luck and everything Stetsasonic and you do, and I
No
can't
doubt.
wait to that solo project. Hint,
Oh,
hint.
oh yeah, yeah. Now I'm just gonna go right here to my TV because I got the Nick game on.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
There you go.
Yeah, I'm
There
a
you
New York fan, so I'm Nick and Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Brooklyn.
Them are a couple of my kids.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So,
All right.
all right,
Well,
Man.
we will be in touch.
All
all
right.
right, no doubt.
no doubt.
All right.
Yeah.
Peace, bro.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, no
Peace.
doubt.
This is Spitfire Save, the Matches Radio.